All right. Hey, everyone. I am here with Gary Hagen. Hey, Gary.
How you doing?
I'm great. And Gary is the broker owner of Hagen Real Estate here in Cincinnati. And Gary, you have been in real estate, I mean, since before I was alive, honestly. Same year, but a few
19,
months earlier.
1978 was
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. But you are a tiebreaker for this question, and
okay.
I wanted to have you on for this question because I'd like to hear over the last 42 years how it's changed. So the question is when you take a buyer, are you ride sharing or are they like following you or are you following them? I guess driving
Uh,
separately.
in the old days, we used to, I used to drive everybody.
Okay. What kind of car
Uh,
did you have?
in those days, let's see, I had a Cadillac Seville, actually.
Nice. I like it. Okay. Did it matter? Do you think it mattered what kind of car you drove?
We used to think so at the time, yeah.
That's what we think now. Okay. So, Angie, you used to like kind of wine and dine people, right?
Um, I can't say we would wine and dine,
Mm-hmm.
but, it was a lot more formal. Um, uh, I used to wear a three-piece suit. I mean, everybody
Oh,
did. It was much more formal.
yeah.
But there were no, in those days, no cell phones. There were no fax machines, really nothing. So um, MLS was in these phone books,
Mm-hmm.
and they come out once a week, and you couldn't wait to get yours to see the new listings, which are only a week old.
Oh my God. Isn't it my, how the world has changed, huh?
Yeah, and the contracts were printed on NCR paper, that carbonized
The
paper.
triplet, it's like triplicate or whatever.
Well, it was five plicate.
Wow.
You used to make, you'd tear off at least five. Excuse me. You would write the offer, tear one off, and give it to the buyer. Then you'd get in your car and you'd drive over to the other agent's office
Mm-hmm.
and drop it off. They'd get in their car and drive it over to the seller, and they would offer counter offer, and they'd tear off a copy and hand it to them, and then bring it back to me, and we just kept doing that till we
That's
were done.
insane. That's so much time.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about like what are you doing now when you have a buyer now? Are you still putting them in your car?
Um, for the most part, I think it saves time, if nothing else, to meet people there, and most people, that's really what they want to do.
Yeah.
Maybe they're leaving from work and they want to meet you at the
Right. Or they have
property.
something to do after or like
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. Well,
When I have,
especially now, you're only seeing like one house. But
yeah. Now, without a towners, if I have somebody coming in, I mean, I do drive that one,
okay.
either my car or their car. Sometimes it's their car because they've got, their whole family and all their seats and stuff.
Right. Dang. That's a lot. Right. So I guess it depends. Do you think that one is better than the other or you think it's just like whatever the times call for?
I think in this market, it would be kind of a luxury to, um, to drive people, because anytime you're adding an extra step,
Yeah, right.
and when you think about the old days, how we used to do contracts, I can do a contract now in about 2 minutes.
Right.
Somebody can sign it on their cell phone in 30 seconds.
Right.
So you have to be quick, and particularly when there's a new listing.
Yeah.
So I think it's a luxury sometimes you can't afford.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And I didn't even really think about the efficiency piece, but you're right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice to be able to um, hear what people say or what their impressions are. But sometimes a husband and wife want to be in private.
Yeah.
So being in their own car is fine.
Right.
So I think for the most part, meeting people is fine.
Yeah, driving separately.
particularly in this market.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Well, I really appreciate you being on and being our tiebreaker for this. If people have a referral for you in Cincinnati, do you do Dayton also or just Cincinnati?
The greater Cincinnati area. I'm a member of Dayton MLS as well, so
Okay.
uh, I get all over the place.
What's the best way to get a hold of you if they have a question
Um,
or referral?
yeah, my website is soliddeals.com.
Soliddeals.com.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah. And then my email is gary@soliddeals.com.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot, Gary. I appreciate you. Have a good day.
All right. You too.